100. We have reached the 100th episode of Sports News Flash at 12. This has been a dream come true. Wow, 100 episodes. It should have happened a while ago, but we're here. Number 100, Sports News Flash at 12. I want to thank everyone that has been tuning in, watching this show. I've done everything I can to provide you with new episodes every Sunday. Sometimes it's on Monday, very rare on Tuesdays, but for episode 100, this is going to premiere tomorrow on Monday. And I'm just thankful and grateful that I was able to create this show for you guys and provide you with the latest sports news and updates. Episode 100. I'm thrilled that I got to make it to 100. Not everybody can say the same thing, but hopefully we continue going and reach 200, 300, 500, even 1,000 at some point. So let's keep this thing going. And I'm very happy that I'm here to record this episode and share with you guys this 100th episode. So first things first, I'm gonna talk about some NBA. The Utah Jazz, they snapped a 4-game losing streak by beating the New York Knicks 121 to 106. The Knicks, they did go on a 17-0 run in the third quarter, but they were never able to regain the lead. OG, he led the Knicks with 27 points. The Knicks struggled from downtown. They made 17 out of 51 three-point attempts. The Jazz, I feel that they were more sharper, more energetic than the Knicks. The Jazz had more urgency in this game. Kessler had a double-double. John Collins, he had a strong first half. And I feel that his performance in the first half set the tone for the Jazz. Karl-Anthony Towns, he was a minus 34 in this game, and he struggled from the three-point line. LaMelo Ball, he has been sensational for the Charlotte Hornets this year. And on Saturday night, he had a game that he'll never forget. He scored a career-high 50 points against the Milwaukee Bucks, but they didn't get the win. The Bucks won this game 125 to 119, but this was absolutely an impressive performance by LaMelo Ball. And if he continues this way, he'll definitely will make it to an All-Star game this season and could be in the conversation for MVP talks. But obviously, the team needs to win. Team success is vital. DeMar DeRozan, he is a 6-time NBA All-Star. He played for the Toronto Raptors from 2009 to 2018. But there's this tense situation between him and rapper Drake. Drake, as you guys know, is from Toronto. But on Canadian Sports Network, TSN, Drake said, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. And this was, after, Vince Carter, he had his jersey retired up in the Raptors in Toronto, which Drake was in attendance. And DeRozan, after a game in the press conference, he said he's going to have a long way to climb to take it down. So tell him good luck. Now, you guys are probably wondering how this whole thing started. I believe, based on what I've been reading, this whole thing between Drake and DeRozan started because DeRozan, he appeared in Kendrick Lamar's video, Not Like Us, which Kendrick Lamar, this is Drake. Kendrick Lamar and Drake are having this beef going on. Drake has beef with a lot of people. He has beef with so many artists throughout the years. DeMar DeRozan, he grew up in Compton. Kendrick Lamar is from Compton. So I look at it as, you know, a local friend supporting another fellow Compton person in this music video. But in Drake's eyes, he's looking at it like you're strengthening him, meaning DeRozan to Kendrick Lamar. Although DeMar DeRozan still considers Drake as a friend, because DeMar DeRozan, he did play 9 seasons in Toronto. However, Drake might not feel the same way. So we don't know what's going to happen between these two men. In my opinion, it's a silly feud that is going on. So hopefully both grown men, they get to resolve this. I don't believe that DeRozan appeared in Lamar's video in terms of like, oh, that he's siding with him. I think that is more of a support kind of thing, but only they know. And only God knows what's really truly in their hearts. And again, I gotta remind DeRozan never wanted to leave Toronto. He got traded for Kawhi Leonard. And DeRozan, he was hurt when he got traded. So, but DeRozan, he's definitely gonna get his jersey retired up there. So Drake may not like it, but he deserves to have his jersey retired someday. Off to college football. The Indiana Hoosiers, they suffered their first loss of the season against the Ohio State Buckeyes. They lost 38-15. The Buckeyes, they scored 20 unanswered points between the second quarter and third quarter. Indiana scored 7 in the first quarter, and they didn't score again until the fourth quarter. So those 2 quarters in the second, third cost them a lot. Indiana had a total of just 151 yards. In a game that they needed to step up, they didn't do that. In just the last 2 games, they allowed 9 sacks. So you had that going on, plus their offense was a no-show. They chose at a bad time to not show up. But credit to Ohio State, they stepped up, and they've been a very good team this year, especially in the third quarter, which they did damage in this game in that quarter. So, but I do feel that regardless of Indiana losing, they still should be considered for the playoffs, depending how they do next week. So will they get dropped from the top 25 AP poll? We don't know. Let's see what happens later on today. Well, I'm speaking today's Sunday, but let's see what happens on Monday when the AP poll rankings are released. So, but if anything, I'll inform you guys either through the community section on this YouTube channel. I'll inform you guys some way, somehow, or I'll probably put it on YouTube Shorts. So stay tuned for that. Off to NHL. Sidney Crosby has reached 600 goals. This happened last night against the Utah Hockey Club. Crosby and Wayne Gretzky are the only 2 players in NHL history with 600 goals, 1,600 points, 3 Stanley Cups, and 2 Conn Smythe trophies. That's an elite group right there. 2 of the greatest of all time. And last but not least, Formula One. Max Verstappen is now a 4-time Formula One champion. He won this race in Vegas. He becomes the 6th driver in Formula One history to capture 4 world championships. He joins Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, Alain Prost, and Juan Manuel Mangio. What was interesting about this event is that Sylvester Stallone, who's an actor, filmmaker, producer, he waved the checker flags. Terry Crews was one of the two people that interviewed Max after the victory. So that caught me by surprise. Another thing to point out, Mercedes driver George Russell, excuse me, he won the 50 lap race after qualifying in pole position ahead of Mercedes teammate Hamilton in second place and Ferrari's Carlos Sainz in third place. And that does it for this episode number 100 of Sports News Flash at 12. Have a great week, everyone. Be safe. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys next week for episode 101, right? Of Sports News Flash at 12. So take care, everyone.